Hi, and welcome to my review of Hard Rock Punta Cana for 2019. Now, the last time I did this review was 3 years ago. Since then, I went twice, and that includes a month ago. So now, let me review everything, and this time, let's make it a little different. All right, what I want to do here is this. I'm going to list at the bottom the bracelet that will give you the access to the areas that I'm talking about. So therefore, if you have anything like blue or black, you will have access to the VIP areas and the Hall of Fame areas. If you have anything else, which basically is yellow or green or pink because you're on your honeymoon or you're having a special wedding or even rock royalty, you will have access to different things and you will have limited access to certain areas. Now, to solve this, you can always book through a member. I'm not pitching here, or trying not to, but that's the point. So if you see a yellow bracelet at the bottom, everybody will have access to that area. If you started to see it blue, then only the people with blue bracelets will have access, and the Hall of Fame, of course. And then if it's black, then sorry, only Hall of Fame have access. Even this I cannot transfer to anyone. All right, let's begin. So if we go from the outside, so if you were to stand in front of the ocean, for example, on the left-hand side, you would have in the pool area near to the buildings, the adult-only section. It's not a new section, but it's been completely revamped. It's kind of cool. It's far from everything. It's far from the action. So if you want to just have a little afternoon, very quiet, there was virtually nobody when I was there. And that's pretty cool, especially if you don't have your kids or your kids are at the kids club or doing something else because they're older. This is great. So you can just stand in that section. It's only for adult. It has its own bar. So you're going to have a very good service. It's almost like the Hall of Fame pool, but you don't have to be Hall of Fame to be there. Next is the Hall of Fame pool itself. Now, the Hall of Fame pool can be accessed with VIP bands. So basically, if you have a blue band, you can have access to it. So as my guest, for example, you would have access to it. Now, what changed since 3 years ago is the chairs. They're still very comfortable. They used to have two kinds of chairs. So basically, once you reserve, and for reservation point here, you need a butler, so you need to be Hall of Fame. To reserve the area, normally you used to be able to reserve 4 chairs. Now you reserve 2 at a time, which is still very good. And they're quite comfortable. So that's what changed. They changed the type of chairs, but it's okay. It's much less like a bed and more like a chair. That's fine. The one negative point that we had experienced this year was that for whatever reason, the pool concierge kept removing our sign at about 11:30. Don't get it. My butler didn't understand it. Nobody got it. Even the management didn't understand it. Eventually, they talked to him and they left our sign there all day. Anyway, but that's what happened there. They have a restaurant. The restaurant served very good menus. They used to have a very amazing burger, which was called the Hall of Fame burger with blue cheese. It was amazing. It felt like a Las Vegas Gordon Ramsay burger type of thing. But unfortunately, they don't have it. But they have way more seafood. The slight issue is the delay. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes to get any food from there, but that's because everything is a la carte, so it's a bit different. The bar, pretty good. The barman was very, very good, and they do have a ice cream machine with 3 different flavors, so you don't have to go all the way to the main lobby to get it, which is very cool. So now, before we depart the Hall of Fame section, the thing that I want to mention is this. It's not like Riviera Maya or Hard Rock Cancun or basically Los Cabos. Here, they don't give you bucket of ice with water in it, and they have a bit less service. I'll grant that. Like compared to the island in Hard Rock Cancun, it's actually much lower service or much lower kind of attention over there. The pool is bigger. There's less waitress for the amount. I don't know. But the point is that they don't give as much as they would normally give another Hard Rock resort. So that's one negative for the Hall of Fame pool. For the rest, it's perfectly fine and it's relatively far from the action. So it's noisy, but it's not like overwhelmingly so. Now, leaving that pool, you're going to go through the regular pool. Now, as you can see, there's a lot more chair per square foot. And they remove a lot of the white little tables, the plastic tables. So basically, sometimes you will have 3-4 chairs, one table. So they really pack up the people way more. I think that's because they do have more local guests than actually people that stay overnight. So that's another thing. I look at the bracelet. A lot of them had day pass. So that could explain that a little bit. They have at that section kind of a meeting place where everybody has parties and stuff. There's some burgers and some things, hot dogs that are sold in that area. Well, sorry, it's not sold. Give in the area. Of course, it's all inclusive, but it's very noisy. So my room was right over there. So during the day, don't go for a nap in your room. It's a bit noisy, but that's Hard Rock. And they had also a very nice pool party where they had all the boom foam and stuff like that. This is the area where you would have that. So it's a very busy pool. Most of the people went to the bar to pick up their stuff because the waitress are way overwhelmed. They cannot carry drink for hundreds of people. Much less service than you would have in the VIP area, of course. After that, you got the kids pool, which is completely revamped. That's kind of cool too. They added a lot of stuff. It looks way more like Hard Rock Rivaya Maya now. They have buckets that automatically fill with a pump and eventually dump down. And everything has been repainted. It looks very nice. So the kids are having a lot of fun in that area. So if we go on the beach, you got, of course, the regular area, which everybody can just go and sit down. The service is okay, but I have to admit, not as great as the Hall of Fame or the VIP area because there's much more people for the number of waitresses that are there. On the Hall of Fame VIP side, Rock Royalty side, you have less chairs. Every single one of them have umbrellas, so that's very good. I really appreciate that. Talking about the cabanas. Now, the cabanas are both separated. So you got a section of cabanas, which are basically for people that wants to rent them. 200 resort credit for the day, which is about $40 to $50 on the 20 or 25%, depending. If you book with a member like me, you have it 20%. If you book direct with the resort, it's 25% out of pocket for the cabana. So that's $50 extra per day. The cabanas are offering basically a cooler with ice and beers and whatever you want and food. Food is a bit further in Hard Rock Punta Cana, of course, because the resort is way bigger, so it takes you a bit more time to order food. But yeah, another thing too is even on the Hall of Fame section, because only Hall of Fame members can actually reserve cabanas on the Hall of Fame side. Even VIP can't. You have to have a black bracelet, basically. So only, like me, I cannot even give it to my guest. The idea is that normally, like in Punta Cana and, in Hard Rock Cancun and Hard Rock Rivera Maya, you would have 2 or 3 guys dedicated to maintaining these cabanas. Over there, it's mostly the regular waitresses that actually also serve them. So I would strongly recommend that you sit very close to the bar, because if not, they're not going to see you and they're not going to come to you as much. And you might end up spending a lot of time waiting for them to come and give you a drink. Overall, the cabanas are okay. I don't dislike them. But yeah, the service is not as good as you would have in Mexico. Now, the beach was absolutely pristine. There's nothing to say. The beach is perfect. There was no algae, nothing. The beach, of course, is huge. So you can go in the ocean and stuff. It's very nice. The wave are, of course, it's not like in a beach where there's a kind of an alcove. So you're directly in the ocean. So if you really like that, then you'll be served, no issues. And the beach is very private. So it's not like at Hard Rock Cancun where you're gonna have people walking up and down from other resorts or salesmen trying to sell you stuff. The beach is 100% private. So there you go. Nobody will ever bother you. We'd never seen anybody try to sell us anything the entire week. All right, so let's go inside a little. Let's say it's too hot outside, so let's walk in. Now, there's a lot of little pools all over the place until you get inside. If you want to get inside, there's a lot of buses. If you're an Hall of Fame guest, or if you're an Hall of Fame, you can always call your butler or your concierge and ask them to come pick you up, or you can have somebody from Bellman to come and pick you up in a cart. You can also rent the cart. Although I have to admit, I rented Ferraris in Vegas for cheaper. They're actually $90 a day. So $90 for a golf cart? Why, yeah, sure, of course. Anyway, so personally, I'd say with the quantity of food you eat, you should go. But anyway, so once you get inside, let's go to the gym first. The gym has been 100% revamped. It's completely new. They change every single machine. That's crazy. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, my God, do they really need to change one, like every single piece of equipment? I mean, come on. The result was done in 2011. It's only 8 years. Do you seriously need to change the machine? Well, apparently you do. So they change everything. The gym is 100% brand new as if they just built it, which is amazing. The spa, again, if you're Hall of Fame, you will have a black bracelet. That is, you will be able to go inside and enjoy hydrotherapy for free. So the hydrotherapy, I'll get it. It's amazing. Okay, there's a steam room, a sauna. There's the jacuzzi, there's a cold room, and there is a mud bath. Everything is amazing from the beginning to the end. I really enjoyed it. I went there every single day. The staff is following you around. They're giving you water, towels, mud, whatever you need. They're there when you need them, and they leave you alone when you don't. They had a perfect balance, and that was amazing. Everybody knew my name after the second day. And it was an amazing 2 weeks. So the spa, great. If you want to have access to hydrotherapy, you can buy any care using your resort credit. Of course, if you go with the resort, it's 25%. You don't have a unlimited amount. If you use a member like an Hall of Fame like me, it's 20%, and you have unlimited even at the spa. So if you want to get a massage every single day, no problem. Any massage care or whatever will give you hydrotherapy. Hydrotherapy can also be bought separately for, I think it's 60 resort credit. So it's about like $10, $15. It's not much, but that's, you can do that separately if you want as well. Then once you're out of the spa itself, you get to the main pool before going to your massage, and this you can be reunited with your spouse. That's also a very nice touch, and they have that amazing fountain. It's really cool. Gives a nice massage. It's very nice. I really enjoyed the new pool. So that's pretty much for the spa. There's the Posh section for haircuts, and they have these new pedicure, manicure machines. Are pretty good. Staff is very good, very knowledgeable, speak very good English. So that's very cool. On that end, the spa, amazing. Now, if you go up from the spa, you will end up pretty much inside the casino. I'm not a gambler. My wife plays a bit. There's multiple things. First of all, the difference from last year or from even 3 years ago, the slot machines. They're now extremely modern. They're like very curved touchscreen, kind of crazy machines. I wish I could show them in action, but they refuse for me to film. But it was absolutely amazing. I mean, the machines are insane. The games are cool. If you don't play crazy, you'll win a bit, you'll lose a bit. It's the way it is. When you talk about blackjack and stuff, now you're starting to be a high roller kind of thing because they're about $25 to $50 minimum per hands. If you want to have access to the high roller tables, they're $10,000 down deposit. So yeah, we're starting to talk a bit. Now, Montserrat restaurant is by far the best in all of Dominican Republic, for sure. Okay, that's it. The bar none. Anyways, this is according to TripAdvisor. I personally have visited 60 countries so far, and I'm crazy for restaurants. I try them all, and I don't care spending. And this is not an all-inclusive. You have to pay for it, but the restaurant is to die for. It costs us $280 with a bottle of wine, and it was absolutely amazing. I mean, $280 for that kind of meal. I was really happy to pay it. It was really, really good. On top of that, sadly, we were the only one in the restaurant. They had expected a group of 80 people from the casino, and somehow something went wrong, and they arrived much later. So, hey, so much better. We were literally alone. The staff, amazing people. So this is Montserrat. Once you get out of the casino, you can go downstairs to the shows. Now, The shows are absolutely good. They didn't change anything in the amphitheater, but of course it's plastic chairs and concrete slabs, so I don't see anything that they could change there. The lightings and everything was already good, so 3 years down the road, still the same. The only thing I have to reproach is this. First, you can, if you're a VIP or an Hall of Fame, reserve chairs at the front. But unlike other Hard Rocks, you cannot ask anybody for drinks or anything. So basically in Punta Cana, you have to go upstairs by yourself, do the line, and that's it. And just wait, like in line to get a drink. You cannot ask just a bottle of water and have your butler go pick it up. That's a bit sad. That's a service that I don't understand why they don't offer, especially if they already give us the front row seat. But anyway. But overall, the shows are fine. The second thing that I can say is the fact that they start at 9. Now, if you don't have any kids, it doesn't matter. You're on holiday, who cares? It finishes at 11 or 10:30, that's fine. But if you have kids, that's a bit of a problem. Now, I understand why they're doing this, because if the shows start later, then you have more time to eat. I get it. But, if you have a kid starting a show at 9:15, when the kid's normally going to sleep, that's not very good. But other than that, pure gold. Okay, the restaurants. The service, again, still was not as great as it would be in other Hard Rock, for example, in Mexico. That is fine. That we knew that. And it's the thing in the Dominican Republic. I never felt that the service in most restaurants, except Montserrat, the casino, everything, is okay, but not, that refined. We received 2 courses at the same time. The food is good, but they lack attention. The waiters as well. And we go eat early normally because, of course, we have a kid. So 6:30 we start to eat. There is virtually nobody there. So you'd think that, and also we're Hall of Fame, so our butler reserves us the table. You'd think you'd have a bit more attention. The wine, very good from the Hall of Fame list. That I will agree. Definitely great wine from the Hall of Fame list. From the other regular list or the house wine, it's good. It's okay. Of course, it's not like over the top, but definitely won't give you a headache. Not much sulfite in the wine itself. It's very good. I cannot deny that. I tried it once or twice, and I tried at lunchtime. Good wines. The Zen is my favorite. The service and the food was absolutely amazing. Now, I don't know by the time that you're listening to this review if the Chinese section of the restaurant will have been reopened. It was closed for a few months when we were there. The teppanyaki is good. Not the best practice in town, like the maneuvers that they're doing, like kind of a circus show that they would do with the knives and stuff. Not the best. I've seen better, especially at Hard Rock Cancun, but overall, decently good as well. So that's fine. So this is good. And of course, if you're an Hall of Fame or a VIP, you can reserve right in front of the chef instead of being on the sides, which is also a nice thing to have. At lunchtime and at breakfast, I strongly recommend that you go eat at Isla or at Chow. Why? The presentation. So basically, when they do presentations for people to upgrade their membership or people becoming members, timeshare presentation, they have people from inside and outside the resort and they want to impress them. So of course, they will have the best food and the best attentions and the best service where the presentations occur, which at Punta Cana happens to be Isla and Chow. So go eat there for breakfast and lunch. After your meal, if you want to just go and relax, the Oro Bar, which is at the casino, opens at 11 and now no longer free, even for Hall of Fame. Sad face. But it's a great bar. But there's tons of other bars. Also, in the main lobby, which is humongously long, I don't know, probably a kilometer long, has all the boutiques and has the new bowling alley, so you can go have a lot of fun there. That's perfectly fine. You can also go to the ice cream parlor. The advantage with the new ice cream place, they change it. It's the same name. They just change it, but they have much more healthy ice cream choices, which is good. They also have some kind of popsicle made of like mangoes and stuff like that, which is very healthy. This is great. So that's fine. Another little good touch about the restaurants, or food, if you want to put it this way, they have a coffee machine now available 24/7, which is great because normally I'm an early riser. And the thing is that I'm going to be out at, let's say, 4:30, walk to the main lobby. And unfortunately, normally most places open at 6. So I cannot get a cup of coffee. Now, no problem. Coffee machine available 24/7. Amazing. The new area that they have for basically VIP and Hall of Fame to actually check in is pretty good. They have a bit of food and they have drinks and stuff, and people handled me very well. That's great. I didn't have to, of course, check in at the main desk. But even if you have to check at the main front desk, there's still quite a lot of people. I don't know. I've never experimented, okay, because as an Hall of Fame, they take me aside right away. My butler is there when I come in. But for regular people, they didn't wait too much. That was pretty fast. The rooms, they are starting to change the room, and I'm so happy about it because now a lot of the rooms, especially, they're starting with building 4A and building 2A, which is basically where normally the VIP and the Hall of Fame are. Everybody can be there, though. That's fine, except 4A because it's rock royalty. But anyway, the point is that they're starting to change the room key for bracelet access, which is amazing. The RFID bracelet is better because then you cannot forget about it. And imagine in a resort the size of Hard Rock Punta Cana, if you have to walk all the way to the resort and back, all the way to the lobby and back, considering the size of the resort, forgetting your key means that you might even be there spending an hour waiting for, like your key and coming back if you cannot call your butler and have somebody rush into the room with a device to reprogram your key because it was a program because you left it next to your iPhone. Anyway, point is they're starting to have RFID everywhere. They renovated all the presidential suite. They're very nice. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use their bathtub and TV outside. Not that there's too many mosquitoes, but unfortunately, once you're outside, you're really literally by the path where all the buses are driving and the people are walking. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to go and have a bath outside with everybody to see me. But anyway, that's another matter. Private transportation from the airport was great. It was fast, 25 minutes. We got there. That was good. Of course, you have common transportation if you're not Hall of Fame or Hall of Fame guest. But anyway, that's another matter. But yeah, that was fast as well. And overall, the service was very good. I have nothing to complain about. Luggage handling, everything else was perfectly fine. So yeah, definitely we had a great holiday. Just for your FYI, if you're requested to participate into a presentation, you can flat refuse. Now look, it is, when you're my guest or when you're going with Expedia, you don't have at all to go to a presentation, but you cannot prevent those people to sniff the money and see, well, yeah, okay, these guys, they are staying in a presidential suite, or hey, they're a friend with the second highest investor at Hard Rock, me. Well, let's see if they may want to invest some cash. So of course, what I decided to do is I'm doing a complete course on Udemy, which will be 100% free. All I care is for you guys to learn, not to get money from you, which will teach you how to participate in presentation, negotiate things, and get the best value for your money. But again, if you're not interested in this, just say no. No issues. Just say, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, I don't want to become a member, and you're done. If you like this video and you want to travel to Hard Rock, use the amazing benefit given to guests of Hall of Fame, please visit rentourtimeshare.org. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe to our channel. We publish almost every single day videos on how to do business, live, and travel anywhere on Earth.